controversy, opinion, your point of view. This is Prime News.
Welcome. This is our number 2 of Prime News. I'm Michael Anos. All right, we have disturbing new details on missing Arizona baby, little Gabriel Johnson. This straight from the mouth of his babysitter, a sitter who was with him just days before he vanished. Just wait till you hear her shocking claims about mom. I'm going to show you the babysitter. Here she is, appearing on ABC's Good Morning America. Well, now she's coming forward, claims mom not only gave the 8-month-old drugs, but also told her if he starts crying, drug him again. Now police say they have their hands on new pictures taken days before the little guy vanished. They're on mom's cell phone, and cops flagged these pictures, bringing up some real concerns here. Here's more from Christopher Stein from Prime News affiliate KNXV.
This is about Gabriel, and I want to find my son.
Logan McQuarrie pleads for help, searching for his missing 8-month-old.
I think about it every single day, whether he's dead or alive.
Caught in the middle of a custodial tug-of-war, detectives say Gabriel's mom, Elizabeth Johnson, took the boy to San Antonio where he vanished. Then, the call from Elizabeth.
I asked her, where is he? And she said that I stuffed him in a diaper bag, and she suffocated him, put him in a diaper bag, put him in the dumpster. Then she just kept ruining my life, and this is what you deserve. And after that, I hung up on her.
I've been told detectives are looking into the possibility that someone has changed the boy's appearance to look like a girl, and detectives have searched dumpsters.
It's a very real possibility that Elizabeth killed Gabriel.
Detectives also want to know who gave Elizabeth a San Antonio cell phone. These are the last known photos of Gabriel from the San Antonio hotel room where the boy may have been drugged.
Didn't look like him, didn't look like he was happy in those pictures.
Logan says he doesn't know if Elizabeth could hurt her own child.
If she does go into one of her rages, she won't calm down unless she's ready to calm down.
All right, disturbing right there to hear that she has rages. We'll take your calls, your questions, your theories. You guys always have good questions. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the number. Back with us to talk about it, Michelle Sagona, investigative journalist. You can always check out updates on these stories at michellesagona.com. Back with us as well, former police detective Steve Kardian. Michelle, I'll start with you. Michelle, do you get the sense we're getting somewhat of a shift? There seemed to be a little more hope that the little guy's alive. Now, not so sure. What are you gathering from investigators, authorities?
I agree with you, and especially with these pictures that have come out and with information from this babysitter and from conversations that I've had personally with investigators. This is definitely something that they're looking into. But also, I do want to mention that you have to remember on December 27th, for sure, that Elizabeth Johnson did in fact send messages to Logan saying that she did kill their son. She stuffed him in a diaper bag and threw him in a dumpster.
Steve, is it a out-and-out search of dumpsters in that area? Do you think that commenced when the little guy first went missing?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. It's something that they had to do. They had to look at it from two perspectives, that the child is still alive and or that was sold to someone, or that there was something sinister here. And to give some high value to her initial statements that Michelle just mentioned that she made to her husband on the 27th, law enforcement looks at that of high value. We see statements that are made early on in an investigation, especially to police. I know that this one wasn't made to police, are considered very substantially.
Okay. Let's get a call in. Francine's with us in Pennsylvania. Hey, Francine, your thoughts?
Yes, hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah.
First of all, I just wish someone could shake this girl. I mean, I feel so bad, so awful for this baby.
Yeah.
Is there anything at all possible that can be done to make her speak or get any more information out at all concerning what may have happened with her son?
Francine,
anything at all that can be done?
Let's ask that to Steve Kardian. Steve, you're not getting much cooperation, if any, from Elizabeth Johnson, the mom here. What can you do? What can you do to put pressure on her to tell the truth?
Well, especially if she's lawyered up, they're not going to have that option. You know, when we look at an investigation like this and they're doing a good job with what they have, they're keeping it close to the vest. And I can guarantee you this, that they are leaning in one direction or the other. And I suspect that it's the criminal aspect.
Okay. We mentioned a babysitter. Annalisa Urias is her name. She's a babysitter who allegedly cared for little baby Gabriel in Texas. Let's listen to her allegations as she's talking about not only mom drugging the little guy, but mom instructing her if he acts up. You drug him as well. Let's listen.
He wasn't crying when I got there, but the whole time I was there, he was crying. She told me that she had already drugged him up with medication, but that if he started to cry again, just to give him more medicine to shut him up.
All right, there again, Annalisa appearing on the Nancy Grace Show. Michelle, what more do we know about this babysitter? How'd they even hook up?
Apparently, Mike, they met over Craigslist, and she showed up at the hotel and watched Baby Gabriel for about 2 hours. And during that time, from what she says, is that he seemed to be hungry, and the only time he really smiled was when she fed him a bottle and also fed him a jar of food as well. And during that time, that she was in fact instructed to give him medicine if he started crying or acting more out of control. And you know, so the whole thing is just very odd, and this is something that investigators are looking into now.
Yeah. Steve, you know, we hear that from the babysitter. The babysitter also said that the mom told her that little Gabriel, he's well behaved when someone else is around, but when it's just Gabriel and the mom, then he's a handful.
Yeah, that would bring up a red flag to me, and the fact that she's suggesting or telling the babysitter to give this child drugs, and we don't know what drugs they are, that certainly indicates a high degree of recklessness in my eyes.
Are you concerned? And we heard Logan McQuarrie also talk about her having rages, Steve.
Yes, that's another piece, a small piece of a very big puzzle that every day is looking a little bit more like the Casey and Kaylee Anthony case.
Okay, guys, we have to leave it there. Steve, Michelle, as always, we appreciate it.